Though their distinct viewpoints provide uncommon insights into the lives of legendary actors, the offspring of Hollywood celebrities sometimes live in the shadow of their renowned parents. A close-up view of the pleasures and difficulties of growing up in the entertainment business is offered when a kid of a Hollywood star chooses to share personal tales. Whether considering familial hardships, treasured recollections, or the demands of a well-known last name, these disclosures enthrall viewers curious about the personal lives of adored superstars. The son of a famous Hollywood icon recently spoke candidly about his parents in an interview, offering touching tales and perspectives that illuminated their legacy, their effect on his life, and the lasting significance of their contributions to film. The legend, Humphrey Bogart. One of the most recognizable characters in Hollywood history, Humphrey Bogart, is praised for his unique character and memorable performances. Born in New York City, Bogart first sought a career in theater before switching to cinema in the 1930s. Despite beginning with small parts, he made his breakthrough as the quintessential hard-boiled investigator in The Maltese Falcon, 1941. However, his portrayal as Rick Blaine in Casablanca, 1942, solidified his legendary reputation and made him a timeless representation of moral depth and remarkable elegance. Charisma, sharp wit, and gravelly voice. With hits like The Big Sleep, 1946, and Key Largo, 1948, Bogart's gravelly voice, incisive humor, and easy charm established him as a mainstay of the noir cinema genre. Off-screen, he was renowned for his commitment to creative integrity, rebellious nature, and intense affair with actress Lauren Bacall. Bogart was a conscientious man who opposed McCarthyism and battled for artistic freedom in Hollywood despite his tough guy persona. He won an Academy Award for The African Queen, 1951, during his three-decade career. Humphrey Bogart passed away in 1957, yet his legacy is still etched in movie history, and his impact on the medium is still very much felt today. Birth and early life. Born on December 25, 1899, in New York City, Humphrey Bogart came from a wealthy family. His mother, Maud Humphrey, was a prosperous commercial artist and suffragette, and his father, Belmont DeForest Bogart, was a well-known heart surgeon. Bogart was raised in an affluent household and attended elite schools like the esteemed Phillips Academy in Massachusetts. His parents had anticipated that he would attend Yale to study medicine. However, Bogart was expelled because he was more interested in insurrection than academics. The U.S. Navy. During World War I, Humphrey Bogart left school to serve as a ship's quartermaster in the U.S. Navy. He experienced discipline, adventure, and the challenges of military life during his time in the Navy, which shaped the strong and resilient characters he played in film. He allegedly had a scar on his top lip from an event during his duty, contributing to his characteristic speaking style and lisp. Although the specifics of the injury are still unknown, some reports indicate that a bar brawl or a shrapnel wound caused it. Experience with various jobs. After being honorably discharged from the Navy, Bogart struggled to find his purpose in life and took on several odd occupations, such as managing a theater company and selling bonds. Due to his ties in the theatrical industry, he could take on little acting jobs before moving from backstage to stage. To acquire expertise, he played various minor parts in Broadway shows throughout the 1920s. At first, Bogart was typecast as a sophisticated gentleman in drawing-room plays, but his career took a different path when Hollywood noticed him. He would go on to become one of the most renowned actors in movie history as a result of his transition to film. A timeless icon of classic Hollywood. One of Hollywood's most lasting and recognizable characters is still Humphrey Bogart. Bogart had a lasting impression on film with his unique voice, tough guy demeanor, and unmatched on-screen presence. His path, from his early setbacks in the movie business to his ascent to fame as an actor, is evidence of his skill, tenacity, and unrelenting dedication to his work. His roles in iconic movies like The Maltese Falcon, 1941, Casablanca, 1942, and The African Queen, 1951, still enthrall viewers and have an impact on performers today. Initial struggles in Hollywood. Bogart struggled and became frustrated during his early years in Hollywood, and his transition to cinema was not smooth. At first, he struggled to secure essential parts and was often cast in B-movies as unmemorable supporting characters. Despite being shared at the time, his roles in these movies were mostly restricted to playing gangsters or other supporting characters, which did nothing to showcase his abilities as a leading man. Despite these early disappointments, Bogart never gave up on his goal of becoming a well-known actor. When he was chosen to play Duke Manty in The Petrified Forest in 1936, a part he had previously played on Broadway with considerable success, he finally got his break. His depiction of the heartless, cold-blooded mobster resonated with viewers and critics, demonstrating his exceptional ability to combine nuance with terror. Bogart's career took off once Hollywood bosses took note. His subsequent casting in increasingly significant roles, often as nuanced villains or anti-heroes, marked a sea change after this performance. In addition to bringing him fame in Hollywood, his performance in The Petrified Forest opened the door for a string of memorable parts that cemented his place among the best performers of his age. The rise to stardom. In movies like Dead End, 1937, and Angels with Dirty Faces, 1938, Bogart often played gangsters and criminals, continuing to be cast in parts that emphasized his tough guy persona during the late 1930s and early 1940s. Although they did nothing to showcase the breadth of his acting skills, these parts contributed to developing his on-screen image. Bogart didn't start to move away from these typecast roles and into more complex starring roles until High Sierra, 1941. His portrayal of Roy Earle in High Sierra, a tender and hardened outlaw, displayed a greater emotional depth. He proved he could bring more than toughness to his parts with his performance, which was a stunner. The following year, Bogart's performance as Sam Spade in The Maltese Falcon, 1941, marked a significant turning point in his career. The John Huston-directed movie was a turning point in Bogart's career and cemented his place among Hollywood's elite. With his witty and gritty portrayal of the cunning and ethically dubious private investigator, Bogart encapsulated the spirit of the hard-boiled detective genre. Bogart's position as a leading man in cinematic history was cemented when the picture, a critical and financial triumph, was recognized as one of the best detective movies ever made. Casablanca. One of Bogart's most famous and memorable performances is his portrayal in Casablanca, 1942. Bogart's portrayal of Rick Blaine, a disillusioned American expatriate and nightclub owner in wartime Morocco, struck a chord with viewers all over the globe because of the character's nuance and depth. The picture became renowned due to his connection with Ingrid Bergman, who portrayed Ilse Lund. Longing, sacrifice, and unresolved love characterized their relationship, which became one of the most unforgettable in movie history. The film's language, especially phrases like, "Here's looking at you, kid," and "We'll always have Paris," has since become part of popular culture, and its themes of sacrifice and love still move audiences amid the chaos of World War II. Casablanca also examined the human toll of wartime choices and moral uncertainty, which Bogart depicted with nuance and complexity. Bogart's status as one of Hollywood's top leading men was further cemented when his performance in Casablanca garnered him a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Actor. The triumph of the movie not only signaled a sea change in Bogart's career, but solidified Casablanca as a timeless masterpiece, guaranteeing his position in the annals of cinematic greatness. Versatility and critical acclaim. Despite being often linked to tough guy and film noir parts, Bogart showed incredible flexibility throughout his career, demonstrating that he could play various characters outside of the seasoned criminals and anti-heroes for whom he had gained notoriety. His role alongside a teenage Lauren Bacall in The Have and Have Not, 1944, was one of his career's most significant turning points. In addition to opening a new chapter in Bogart's career as a leading actor, the movie sparked a real-life relationship that would go down as one of Hollywood's most iconic love tales. Their chemistry was evident both on and off screen, as their flirting and banter throughout the movie instantly bonded viewers. They became one of the most famous couples in movie history when their partnership in To Have and To Have Not produced many popular films. Bogart's investigator, Philip Marlowe, and Bacall's seductive Vivian Sternwood co-starred in the classic noir picture The Big Sleep, 1946. Their on-screen chemistry enthralled viewers in Key Largo, 1948, and Dark Passage, 1947, solidifying their status as one of Hollywood's most lasting power couples. In addition to showcasing his versatility, Bogart's films demonstrated his remarkable ability to establish a relationship with Bacall that reverberated in their personal and cinematic lives. The African Queen. John Huston's 1951 film The African Queen was Humphrey Bogart's most significant critical success. He portrayed Charlie Allnut in the movie, a tough but kind Canadian riverboat captain who develops an odd friendship with Rose Sayer, Katharine Hepburn's prim and polite missionary. The film's location, the thick jungles of Africa during World War I, served as the perfect stage for Bogart's outstanding performance, demonstrating his ability to combine comedy, grit, and tenderness at a level never seen in his career. He was delightful and genuine in his depiction of Charlie, whose harsh appearance belied a more sensitive, self-sacrificing nature. The picture was successful because of its thrilling narrative and breathtaking scenery, and how Bogart's character changed due to his encounters with Hepburn. Both spectators and reviewers were enthralled by the charming interplay that resulted from their disparate personalities. Bogart's long-awaited win of his first and only Academy Award for Best Actor for his performance cemented his legendary position in Hollywood. The African Queen solidified Bogart's status as one of cinema's finest performers. He demonstrated his depth and flexibility as an actor, demonstrating that he was capable of more than simply tough guy parts. Later years and legacy. Humphrey Bogart kept up his impressive performances as Hollywood entered the 1950s, showcasing his versatility and range as an actor. His portrayal of Captain Queeg, a neurotic and paranoid naval commander in The Caine Mutiny, 1954, was one of his most notable performances at this time. In contrast to his usual tough guy performances, Bogart's depiction of Queeg showed that he could play complicated and mentally taxing characters. He was nominated for another Academy Award for Best Actor due to his highly acclaimed performance, which cemented his status as one of Hollywood's most esteemed performers. In the same year, Bogart shocked viewers by playing a unique romantic comedy part in Billy Wilder's 1954 film, Sabrina. Bogart, who co-starred with Audrey Hepburn and William Holden, played the rich and jaded Linus Larrabee, a character whose early disregard for love contrasts with his final passionate metamorphosis. He could apply his trademark humor and sharpness to a new genre, and his chemistry with Hepburn gave the movie a lovely depth. Sabrina's economic and critical success further demonstrated Bogart's ability to work in various genres, from serious dramas to lighter comedies, solidifying his status as one of Hollywood's most adaptable talents. Health issues. Due to years of frequent drinking and smoking, Humphrey Bogart's health started to deteriorate in the middle of the 1950s, despite his professional success. His later years were clouded by his fight with esophageal cancer, which was probably caused by these practices. Nevertheless, Bogart stayed committed to his art and worked despite his deteriorating health. The Harder They Fall, 1956, in which he played a sports writer caught up in the corruption of the boxing scene, was his last outstanding performance. His skills and commitment to the part were evident despite his deteriorating health, and his performance demonstrated his tenacity and persistent acting ability. Bogart left behind an unparalleled cinematic legacy before his health worsened, and he died on January 14, 1957, at 57 years old. His contributions to cinema, especially in the drama, adventure, and film noir genres, influenced Hollywood's heyday. He continues to inspire future generations of actors and directors with his famous parts, memorable performances, and commanding on-screen presence. Several decades after his death, Bogart is still regarded as one of film history's most essential and admired people. Cultural impact and influence. Bogart has had an incalculable influence on popular culture and movies. For upcoming leading males in Hollywood, his depiction of the firm, the morally complicated protagonist, typically a guy with a gruff demeanor but an inner code of honor, set the standard. Audiences connected with his character's tenacity and unwavering moral character, whether they were detectives, criminals, or warriors. This paradigm gained so much traction that it influenced the careers of several later Hollywood celebrities. Bogart's combination of grit, vulnerability, and dominating screen presence has been freely mentioned by actors such as Harrison Ford, Robert De Niro, and Clint Eastwood as a key influence on their work. Bogart's contributions to cinema go beyond his on-screen personas. His famous quotes have been ingrained in popular culture. He notably utters the words, "Here's looking at you, kid," to Ingrid Bergman's character in Casablanca, 1942, which is among the most unforgettable. This and other lines from the movie, such as "We'll always have Paris," are still among the most well-known and often cited in movie history. Bogart's on-screen demeanor's ageless charm and intricacy are still evoked by these lines, which have been ingrained in the collective cultural awareness. Generation after generation is still impacted by him, guaranteeing that his legacy will live on in both popular culture and the film industry. The American Film Institute. Humphrey Bogart's legacy is essential in the film industry because his films are still studied and enjoyed at film schools and retrospectives, in addition to his effect on performers. His writings are often examined for their depth, style, and narrative intricacy, especially those in the adventure and film noir genres. His works are usually included in academic curricula and retrospectives, securing him a permanent place in cinema history for his ability to depict morally complex people with a blend of hardness and sensitivity. These movies, The Big Sleep, Casablanca, and The Maltese Falcon, are often mentioned as crucial representations of classic cinema. Bogart was named the most excellent male star of classic Hollywood films by the American Film Institute, AFI, which acknowledged his outstanding contribution to the motion picture industry. This esteemed recognition highlights the ageless quality of his performances and is a monument to his continuing popularity and impact. In addition to his career achievements, Bogart's personal life is particularly significant in Hollywood history. His personal and professional relationship with Lauren Bacall is regarded as one of the business's most famous and lasting romances. Beyond their illustrious professions, their intense love for one another, both on and off screen, remains a testament to commitment, devotion, and respect for one another. Resilience, talent, and screen presence. The transformation of Humphrey Bogart from a struggling actor to a legendary figure in film is evidence of his skill, tenacity, and distinct on-screen persona. He was typecast in supporting parts and had early disappointments, but he persisted and eventually became one of the most recognizable people in Hollywood history. He was one of the most captivating performers of his day because of his ability to give depth and empathy to his characters, whether they were strong, morally complicated anti-heroes or delicate, sensitive souls. His performances, often marked by tenderness and grit, struck a chord with viewers and cemented his position among Hollywood's greatest actors. Even though he passed away too young at age 57, his impact on popular culture and film is still incalculable. From the romantic grandeur of Casablanca to the harsh reality of film noir, his works never fail to enthrall viewers and are often praised as masterpieces of cinema. Actors and filmmakers are still motivated by his characters, such as the tenacious Rick Blaine or the crafty Sam Spade. Whether it's his iconic romance in Casablanca or his compelling performances in noir films, Bogart's work symbolizes the best vintage Hollywood. Humphrey Bogart's legacy will live for as long as people watch and value his films, guaranteeing his contributions to culture and cinema will never be forgotten. Academy Awards and Nominations. Throughout his distinguished career, Humphrey Bogart was nominated for 3 Academy Awards, each highlighting his extraordinary skill and range as an actor. His famous portrayal of Rick Blaine in Casablanca, 1942, earned him his first nomination. Despite not winning, Casablanca won the Oscar for Best Picture and became a timeless masterpiece. Bogart gave one of the most iconic performances in movie history as the disillusioned yet honorable nightclub owner torn between duty and love. His performance in The African Queen, 1951, earned him the Academy Award for Best Actor in 1952, his defining triumph. Bogart portrayed Charlie Allnut in this movie, a gruff boat captain who unexpectedly develops a close bond with Katharine Hepburn's prim missionary. Many applauded his ability to strike a mix of comedy, grit, and vulnerability. This was a significant change from his prior performances and demonstrated his flexibility. Holding the status as one of Hollywood's top actors was cemented by this victory. For his portrayal of the unstable and suspicious Captain Queeg in The Caine Mutiny, 1954, Bogart received his last Oscar nomination in 1955. Even though he didn't win, the nomination solidified his place among the most illustrious and esteemed performers in film, creating a legacy that serves as motivation. Golden Globe Awards. Humphrey Bogart was also honored by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association for his exceptional contributions to the film industry. His portrayal in The African Queen, 1951, earned him the Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama in 1952. This esteemed honor confirmed his reputation as one of Hollywood's most gifted and adaptable performers and bolstered the broad critical praise he garnered for the part. Bogart was able to depart from his well-established tough guy persona when he played Charlie Allnut, a charming and tenacious boat skipper who navigates perilous seas with Katharine Hepburn's character. He demonstrated his warmth, humor, and emotional depth in the part, demonstrating his versatility outside of crime dramas and noir films. Bogart's Golden Globe win was pivotal in his career because it showed his versatility and solidified his standing as an actor of extraordinary talent and range. One of his most cherished roles was in The African Queen, and this honor was another indication of his lasting influence on the motion picture business. BAFTA and other honors. Humphrey Bogart was nominated for an Academy Award and a Golden Globe for his compelling portrayal of Captain Queeg in The Caine Mutiny, and he was also nominated for a BAFTA in 1955. The nomination solidified his reputation as one of his time's most gifted and esteemed performers, even if he did not win. His remarkable variety and influence on world cinema were proved by his ability to play a fascinating but profoundly flawed character. Bogart's legacy would be forever preserved among the greatest names in entertainment thanks to his contributions to cinema, which were further recognized with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. His impact exceeded his time, influencing how complicated protagonists and anti-heroes were portrayed for many years. He was posthumously named the most excellent male star of classic Hollywood films by the American Film Institute, AFI, in 1999. This esteemed award highlighted his unmatched impact on the business and his ongoing popularity with global audiences. Bogart's status as a genuine cinematic legend is cemented by his films and performances being praised for more than 60 years after his death. Legacy and influence. While Humphrey Bogart's career was relatively short due to his untimely death in 1957, his legacy continues to thrive through his numerous accolades and the timeless appeal of his films. His distinctive presence, unmatched charisma, and ability to bring depth and authenticity to his characters earned him a place among the greatest actors in history. Whether portraying hard-boiled detectives, world-weary lovers, or flawed but principled men, Bogart captivated audiences with performances that remain just as compelling today as they were during Hollywood's golden age. The awards and honors he received during his lifetime and posthumously serve as a testament to his enduring impact on cinema. From his Academy Award-winning role in The African Queen to his AFI recognition as classic Hollywood's most excellent male star, Bogart's contributions to film are permanently etched in history. His influence extends beyond accolades. His performances have shaped generations of actors and filmmakers, and his films continue to be studied, admired, and enjoyed by audiences worldwide. Bogart's name remains synonymous with classic Hollywood excellence, a symbol of the golden era of filmmaking. As long as cinema is celebrated, his accolades and unforgettable performances will continue to highlight his remarkable contributions, ensuring that his legacy lives on for future generations. Lauren Bacall. With her seductive voice, stunning beauty, and unmistakable on-screen presence, Lauren Bacall, one of Hollywood's most unique and admired actresses of the Golden Age, enthralled viewers. Before being found by renowned filmmaker Howard Hawks, Bacall, who was born Betty Joan Persky on September 16, 1924, in the Bronx, New York, first sought a career in modeling. She immediately established herself as one of the most iconic actresses of her day with her distinct fusion of refinement, self-assurance, and charm. It was her big break when she co-starred with Humphrey Bogart in To Have and to Have Not in 1944, Her distinctive look, a smoldering glance with her head cocked slightly downward, and her husky, sensual voice captivated audiences at the young age of 19. In addition to launching her career, the movie signaled the start of one of Hollywood's most enduring relationships. Bacall and Bogart's indisputable on-screen connection quickly developed into a genuine love affair, which resulted in their marriage in 1945. With roles in several popular movies, such as The Big Sleep, 1946, Dark Passage, 1947, and Key Largo, 1948, Bacall maintained her remarkable career. She became a timeless figure and left a lasting impression on film history with her unique blend of power, wit, and grace. Her signature look. With her distinctive look, a sensual glance with her chin down and eyes up, Lauren Bacall immediately established herself as a representation of grace, mystique, and unquestionable charm. She had a memorable presence in film because of her husky voice and composed manner, distinguishing her from other actresses of her day. She maintained her position as one of Hollywood's leading women by shining in timeless movies like The Big Sleep, 1946, Dark Passage, 1947, and Key Largo, 1948. Her on-screen partnerships with Humphrey Bogart were legendary, enthralling viewers with their easy chemistry. Bacall demonstrated her adaptability on stage and television as Hollywood changed, smoothly transitioning from cinema to television. She showed her skill in musical theater by winning 2 Tony Awards for her roles in Woman of the Year, 1981, and Applause, 1970. She received an Honorary Academy Award later in her career for her services to the film industry. Throughout her 60-year career, Bacall has remained a timeless character in American entertainment, exhibiting brilliance, elegance, and uncompromising independence. Generations of people are still motivated by her impact on fashion, movies, and female empowerment, solidifying her status as a genuine Hollywood icon. Birth and early life. On September 16, 1924, Lauren Bacall was born Betty Joan Persky in the Bronx, New York City. She was the only child of Polish-Jewish immigrant William Persky and Romanian-Jewish immigrant Natalie Weinstein Bacall. Her parents separated when Bacall was only 5 years old, and her mother reared her mainly. She adopted the last name Bacall, which would later inspire Lauren's well-known stage name. As a child, Bacall fell in love with the arts, especially movies and theater. To support herself while attending the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York, she worked as a fashion model and theater usher while honing her acting abilities. Her impressive appearance and composed manner paved the way for a lucrative modeling career, eventually attracting Nancy, director Howard Hawks' wife. Nancy Hawks was so taken by Bacall's beauty and charm that she suggested her to her husband, who thought the young, budding actress had a lot of promise. Bacall was mentored by Howard Hawks, who helped her leap from model to cinematic star. When he put her alongside Humphrey Bogart in To Have and Have Not, 1944, a movie that began her Hollywood career and one of the most iconic love tales in cinematic history, he helped shape her on-screen demeanor and provided her the chance of a lifetime. American Academy of Dramatic Arts. Lauren Bacall had a strong love for the arts as a child, especially dance and theater. She acquired a strong affinity for the theater while attending Manhattan's Julia Richmond High School, where she became fully involved in acting. She was adamant about pursuing an entertainment career and participated at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts to hone her skills and get practical experience. Bacall took on several occupations, including a theater usher, to help support herself and her mother. She was equally successful as a fashion model, appearing on the pages of Harper's Bazaar and other magazines. The wife of director Howard Hawks, Nancy Hawks, became interested in her because of her remarkable beauty and fascinating demeanor. Nancy was so taken by Bacall's distinct appearance and personality that she suggested her to her husband, who saw the young, aspiring actress's enormous potential. Howard Hawks mentored Bacall, helping her develop her Hollywood character and giving her voice and on-screen coaching. Due to this tragic revelation, she made her cinematic debut alongside Humphrey Bogart in To Have and Have Not, 1944. In addition to starting her career, the movie put her on the trajectory to become one of the most recognizable actresses of the golden age of film. grace, and intelligence. Lauren Bacall, one of the most distinctive and captivating actresses of Hollywood's golden age, remains an enduring symbol of grace, intelligence, and independence. Her deep, husky voice and signature smoldering look left an indelible mark on cinema and popular culture. Over a career spanning more than 6 decades, Bacall transitioned seamlessly from film noir femme fatale to Broadway star, earning critical acclaim and numerous accolades, including Tony Awards and an Honorary Academy Award. Her personal life, particularly her legendary romance with Humphrey Bogart, added to the mystique surrounding her. Their on-screen chemistry was electric, and their off-screen love story became one of Hollywood's most celebrated. Despite facing personal and professional challenges, Bacall remained resilient, continuing to reinvent herself in film, theater, and television well into her later years. More than just a glamorous actress, Bacall was a strong, determined woman who carved her path in Hollywood and beyond. She defied industry expectations, proving that beauty and talent could coexist with intelligence and independence. Whether captivating audiences on the silver screen or commanding the stage, Bacall's legacy is a timeless icon of classic Hollywood elegance and strength. Drawn to the arts. Lauren Bacall has always been interested in the arts, especially dancing and theater. Her love of performing was further cultivated at Julia Richmond High School in Manhattan, where she actively engaged in theatrical plays. She eventually trained at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, honing her technique and earning invaluable stage experience since she was determined to pursue a career in acting. Nevertheless, she had to figure out how to help her mother and herself because of financial difficulties. Bacall worked as a theater usher and became a successful fashion model, among other occupations. When she was featured on the cover of Harper's Bazaar in 1943, it marked a sea change in her modeling career. Nancy Hawkes, the wife of renowned filmmaker Howard Hawks, was drawn to the arresting image and was mesmerized by Bacall's beauty and unique demeanor. Nancy encouraged her husband to screen Bacall because she saw her potential. Howard Hawks signed her to a personal contract and took her under his wing after being equally charmed by her seductive voice and composed manner. By training her to soften her naturally high-pitched voice and molding her into the sensual, self-assured actress who would soon rule Hollywood, he meticulously prepared her for fame. Rise to fame and the Bogart-Bacall legacy. Lauren Bacall made her Hollywood debut with Humphrey Bogart in To Have and Have Not, 1944. She enthralled both reviewers and viewers with her imposing on-screen persona at the young age of 19. Despite her inexperience, Bacall made an instant and enduring impact with a seductive grace and assurance that belied her age. She spoke one of the most famous lines in cinema history in this movie. "You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You press your lips together and exhale." She became known for her deep, husky voice, which was often described to her conscious attempt to reduce her naturally high-pitched tone. Both on and off the film, Bacall and Bogart's unmistakable connection ignited a relationship that would go down as one of Hollywood's most fantastic love tales. She instantly became famous because of her performance, which was characterized by a smooth fusion of charm and humor. In addition to establishing Bacall as a powerful leading woman, To Have and Have Not laid the groundwork for a prosperous career that would last for decades, securing her status as one of the most enduring and significant actresses of the golden age of Hollywood. Iconic couple. Off-screen, Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall built a passionate and intense relationship that went beyond the usual Hollywood glitz. Even though they were 25 years apart, they had a strong bond, and their love story became one of the most famous in movie history. Mutual love, respect, and admiration characterized their personal and professional collaboration when they were married in 1945. They co-starred in 3 more movies: Key Largo, 1948, Dark Passage, 1947, and The Big Sleep, 1946. Their on-screen chemistry was electrifying, as Bogart's rugged charm and Bacall's seductive confidence combined to produce some of the most unforgettable scenes in movies. Fans were enthralled with the couple, and their romance captured the public's interest on and off TV. Unlike many Hollywood unions, Bacall and Bogart's marriage was based on genuine love. Together, they supported one another through personal and professional difficulties as they navigated the highs and lows of celebrity. Their closeness remained strong until the end of their marriage, which lasted until Bogart's tragic death in 1957. Fans and co-workers who appreciated their ongoing love and relationship agreed with Bacall when she called Bogart her greatest love. Expanding her career beyond film noir. Although first categorized as a femme fatale in a film noir, Lauren Bacall soon showed her flexibility by assuming a broad range of parts, demonstrating her breadth as an actor. When she co-starred with Kirk Douglas in Young Man with a Horn, 1950, she abandoned her seductive, enigmatic reputation to play a more tragic and nuanced role. Bacall showed off her range as an actor in this part, further establishing that she was more than the stereotypical figure she had been linked to in her early career. Bacall also demonstrated her humorous abilities in romantic comedies, such as How to Marry a Millionaire, 1953, in which she co-starred with Betty Grable and Marilyn Monroe. Bacall's skill at striking a balance between glitz and humor was evident in this movie, which gave her usually somber parts a charmingly whimsical touch. Her portrayal in the film showed she could effortlessly switch between comedy and drama while still captivating viewers with her grace, intellect, and charisma. Because of her adaptability, Bacall could sustain a long and prosperous career, overcoming the constraints of being restricted to a single genre and receiving praise from critics in both the theatrical and cinema industries. Facing challenges. Following Humphrey Bogart's death in 1957, Lauren Bacall had to deal with her husband's death, which presented both emotional and professional difficulties. She decided to start again as a theater actor after relocating to New York, which opened a new chapter in her career. Bacall swiftly adjusted to the demands of live theater as Broadway provided her with a new stage to display her skills. Her roles allowed her to explore new aspects of her acting, and critics praised her performances. In contrast to her somber cinematic performances, she was honored for her comic timing in Cactus Flower, 1965. With her roles in Woman of the Year, 1981, and Applause, 1970, Bacall maintained her reputation as a theatrical star. Bacall's reputation as a versatile and successful actor was cemented when she won a Tony Award for Best Actor in a Musical for her performance as Margot Channing in Applause. A significant turning point in Bacall's career, the Tony Award confirmed her lasting brilliance in the entertainment business and showed that she could succeed in theater and cinema. Her tenacity and capacity to bounce back from personal tragedy further solidified Bacall's status as one of Hollywood's greatest stars. Later years and lasting legacy. Long into her latter years, Lauren Bacall kept audiences astonished with her abilities by taking on a wide range of parts, demonstrating her timeless aptitude and adaptability. She was nominated for an Academy Award in 1996 for her role in Barbra Streisand's co-starring and directorial film, The Mirror Has Two Faces. Bacall's performance of Rose, a widow who gives her daughter advice and insight, was praised for its nuance and emotional impact. After decades in the business, Bacall's skill was still as strong as ever thanks to her performance in the movie, which also garnered her a Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actress. Even as time passed, Bacall's command of the screen remained intact, and her elegant, impactful performances enthralled both new and seasoned audiences. Bacall's subsequent career is evidence of her adaptability and tenacity as an actor, showing that age did not hinder her success in the entertainment industry. From theater star to beloved character actor to film noir femme fatale, Bacall's career continues to be a testament to her brilliance and durability in Hollywood. Honorary Academy Award. Numerous Lifetime Achievement accolades, including an Honorary Academy Award in 2009 for her achievements in Hollywood, were given to her in recognition of her accomplishments in theater and film. She continued to work in television and movies, contributing her unique voice to animated films and appearing in films like Dogville, 2003. At 89, Lauren Bacall died on August 12, 2014. But her legacy lives on. She was a lady of power, intellect, and steadfast independence, and a stunning celebrity. She will always be remembered because of her impact on upcoming performers and her legendary status in Hollywood history. Far more than a pretty face. Lauren Bacall continues to have an unmatched influence on popular culture and film. She demonstrated that she was more than a gorgeous face with her iconic Broadway career, subsequent film appearances, and memorable debut in To Have and Have Not. This incredibly talented, resilient, and charismatic lady owned the screen with every look and word she said. Although her relationship with Humphrey Bogart is still regarded as one of Hollywood's most fantastic love tales, her author, actor, and personality accomplishments are self-evident. Lauren Bacall is a genuine Hollywood icon whose legacy enthralls and inspires viewers everywhere. Her contributions. The renowned actress from Hollywood's golden age, Lauren Bacall, received great praise and several honors over her extraordinary career. Bacall's contributions to the entertainment business lasted 6 decades, garnering her fame in theater and film. She is renowned for her exceptional skill, dominating on-screen presence, and subsequent theatrical achievements. She became a seductive celebrity with her debut performance in To Have and Have Not, 1944. However, her status as one of the most renowned actresses of her day was cemented by her flexibility in various genres, from romantic comedies and musicals to film noir. Among Bacall's many honors is an Honorary Academy Award she received in 2009 for her lifetime of contributions to cinema. Her career took a new turn when she won a Tony Award for Best Actress in a Musical for her role in the Broadway musical Applause, 1970, which marked a smooth transfer from the screen to the stage. Along with these accolades, Bacall was a well-known figure in the television industry, having won many Golden Globes, including one for her performance in The Mirror Has Two Faces, 1996, for which she was nominated for an Academy Award. Bacall had a lasting impression on Hollywood history with her accomplishments. She was honored for her unquestionable skill, courage, intellect, and elegance as a pioneer for women in the entertainment business. Academy Awards and Golden Globes. One of Bacall's most notable honors is her nomination for Best Supporting Actress at the 1997 Academy Awards for her role in Barbra Streisand's The Mirror Has Two Faces, 1996. Her depiction of the astute and cultured mother earned her considerable acclaim, proving that even in her older years, her skill remained as keen and captivating as ever. Despite not winning the Oscar, Bacall's performance received much acclaim and was her victorious comeback to the big screen after years of theatrical work. Winning a Golden Globe for the same part was one of the high points of this time, solidifying her reputation as a legendary figure in film. This honor demonstrated Bacall's flexibility as an actress who could transition into new, more complex parts, going beyond her previous famous performances. Bacall received an Honorary Academy Award in 2009 for her lifelong contributions to Hollywood's golden age and beyond. This esteemed honor cemented her reputation as one of the most renowned actresses in movie history and honored her outstanding work. Bacall continues to be a timeless representation of elegance, skill, and adaptability in the entertainment business because of her early groundbreaking performances and subsequent victories. Tony Awards and theater recognition. Bacall's impact went far beyond the movie theater to the Broadway stage, where she displayed her extraordinary skill and adaptability. Her reputation as a versatile actress was further cemented when she took home 2 Tony Awards for Best Actress in a Musical. Her performance as the glitzy and aspirational actress Margot Channing in All About Eve, Applause's stage version, earned her her first Tony Award in 1970. The part allowed Bacall to demonstrate her acting and musical prowess, and her performance received high appreciation. Her performance in the musical Woman of the Year, based on the 1942 movie of the same name, earned Bacall her second Tony Award in 1981. She portrayed Tess Harding as a prosperous and self-reliant lady who reflected her independent and strong-willed personality on and off stage. Bacall's abilities were not only confined to Hollywood, as seen by her ability to dominate the stage with the same imposing presence she had in her film career. These accolades proved her extraordinary versatility as an actor and her long-lasting influence on theater and cinema. BAFTA and other international honors. Lauren Bacall's broad influence on theater and cinema was further acknowledged in 1976 when she was nominated for Best Actress at the BAFTA Awards for her role in the Western film The Shootist, co-starring with John Wayne. She demonstrated her flexibility and ability to undertake various roles, from noir femme fatale to mature, nuanced performances in later years, by playing a strong supporting figure against the renowned Wayne. In 1997, Bacall received the Career Achievement Award from the National Board of Review, further recognizing her enduring impact on cinema. In addition to her exceptional work, this esteemed award acknowledged the cultural importance of her contributions to Hollywood and her lasting influence on the industry. From her innovative performances in the 1940s to her critically lauded later work, Bacall's ability to stay current across many generations proved her enduring appeal and exceptional skill. Her status as one of the greatest filmmakers ever was further cemented when the National Board of Review recognized her. Lifetime Achievement Awards. Lauren Bacall's enormous contribution to the entertainment business was acknowledged with several lifetime awards during her lengthy career. These accolades acknowledged her extraordinary skill and solidified her place among Hollywood's most recognizable personalities. Bacall received the American Film Institute's Lifetime Achievement Award in 1997, a distinguished honor that honored her innovative contributions to cinema and her ongoing impact on the medium. In recognition of her outstanding contributions to the arts and influence on American cultural life, she was also given the Kennedy Center Honors the same year. Bacall's remarkable career and respect in the acting world were recognized when she received the Screen Actors Guild's SAG Lifetime Achievement Award 2 years later in 1999. These distinguished honors and others marked the pinnacle of Bacall's extraordinary career and demonstrated her unmatched influence on theater and cinema. Generations of actors are still motivated by Bacall's legacy, which is characterized by her outstanding accomplishments and enduring impact. She will always be an irrevocable part of Hollywood's past. Versatility and extraordinary talent. Lauren Bacall's many distinguished awards during her career are a testament to her exceptional talent, adaptability, and lasting cultural significance. Bacall's accomplishments in theater and cinema, including her Tony Awards and Golden Globes, showed her extraordinary talent for captivating audiences in various media. Her status as one of the most prestigious and significant individuals in entertainment history was cemented by her Honorary Academy Award and Lifetime Achievement Honors from the American Film Institute, Kennedy Center Honors, and Screen Actors Guild. Bacall's performances are a benchmark for performers looking to combine beauty, power, and depth in their work, and her legacy continues to inspire viewers and artists alike. Bacall had a lasting impression on theater and film with her seductive voice, strong presence, and steadfast dedication to her art. She is renowned today for her classic performances and her ability to change Hollywood's standards of women and establish a standard for future generations. Bacall is an enduring influence in the entertainment industry because of her contributions to the arts, unparalleled charm, and her position as a pioneer. A significant event. Two of Hollywood's most recognizable characters, Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall, enthralled audiences worldwide with their unmistakable on- and off-screen relationship. Their May 21, 1945 wedding was a landmark moment in Hollywood history and an essential milestone in the couple's lives. Two of the most well-known celebrities of their time came together via their marriage, forging a bond that would live on in the public consciousness for many years to come. Their legendary romance. Bogart, a 45-year-old actor who was already well-known and well-respected, met Bacall, a 19-year-old rising star. Bacall, Betty Joan Persky is her real name, had already gained recognition for her performance with Bogart in To Have and Have Not, 1944. Their fabled romance started on the set of this movie. Bogart was instantly drawn to Bacall's seductive voice, stunning appearance, and composed manner. The two connected immediately, personally and professionally, even though Bogart was more than 25 years older. Bogart, who had a reputation for being a rough man, found thrill and comfort in Bacall's young vigor and intellect. Bogart gave Bacall a feeling of security and maturity she had not yet encountered. Scrutinized by the public and press. There were some issues in the connection. Actress Mayo Methot was Bogart's former spouse, and the media extensively covered their turbulent marriage. Bogart's marriage was obviously in trouble when he and Bacall first started dating, and his final divorce from Methot was not simple. Bacall also had to deal with the strain of their relationship being questioned by the media and public, with their age difference often being the focus of conjecture. The couple's relationship only appeared to become closer despite the difficulties. A small ceremony. At a friend's house in Malibu, California, they had a little ceremony for their private wedding. The opulent, well-publicized weddings that Hollywood is often renowned for sharply contrasted this affair. A recurring motif throughout their marriage was the couple's desire for solitude, mirrored in their determination to keep things low-key. Despite being two of the most well-known faces in the world, Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall were keen to maintain a feeling of normality in their personal life. A new phase. For Bacall, the wedding signifies the start of a new chapter in her life and her partnership with Bogart. Bacall was still a young lady negotiating the challenges of celebrity and her work at the time of their marriage. Although she had already established herself as a gifted actress, her career would take a significant leap forward with Bogart. In contrast, Bogart was a seasoned moviegoer who had previously gained success in movies like The Big Sleep, 1946, The Maltese Falcon, 1941, and Casablanca, 1942. The couple's love of acting and respect for one another's skills made their relationship seem personal and professional, even though they were of different ages. Collaboration then after. In addition to love, they worked together throughout their marriage. The two would appear in movies such as Dark Passage, 1947, Key Largo, 1948, and The Big Sleep. Their characters often played off one another in ways that demonstrated their intense love for one another, reflecting their on-screen chemistry and real-life bond. The public's interest in their relationship only grew as their careers continued to overlap, and Bacall, in particular, was capable of competing with Bogart's iconic presence. Enduring ups and downs. Like every marriage, theirs would have its ups and downs. Early in the 1950s, Bogart's health started to deteriorate. He was diagnosed with esophageal cancer. Bacall showed her devotion to their relationship by supporting him throughout his sickness. Bacall suffered a terrible loss when Bogart passed away in January 1957 at the age of 57. She had to live without the man who had been her spouse and film companion. When Bogart passed away, their son Stephen was still a little boy, and Bacall had to raise him alone while juggling her profession in Hollywood, which was changing quickly. On-screen and off. Even now, the effects of Bogart and Bacall's marriage are still felt. They had one of the longest-lasting relationships in Hollywood history, both on and off film. They embodied a unique mix of camaraderie, professional respect, and enthusiasm. Their union served as a metaphor for many people's desire to find stability and love in the turbulent world of Hollywood. Lasting partnership. Although Bogart and Bacall's wedding was a small, private event, it began a long-lasting collaboration that would profoundly impact the movie industry. Despite its ups and downs, their love story is still regarded as one of the greatest romances in Hollywood history. Bogart and Bacall established a golden period of cinema with their films and marriage, and their legacy lives on today as a reminder of the lasting power of love, despite the sometimes uncertain nature of celebrity. Their children. Although Bogart's untimely death in 1957 cruelly ended their marriage, their children, Stephen and Leslie, would continue to carry on their extraordinary family legacy. In both the public and private spheres, the tale of Bogart and Bacall's children is one of development, tenacity, and the passing down of an enduring legacy. Stephen Humphrey Bogart. Born on January 6, 1949, Stephen Humphrey Bogart is the son of famous actors Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. Stephen's early years were shaped by his father's enduring influence, a famed actor who starred in iconic films like Casablanca, 1942, and The Maltese Falcon, 1941. He grew up in the limelight of his famous parents. Even though Stephen's father died in 1957 while he was still a little kid, the effects of Humphrey's celebrity followed him for the rest of his life. Pursued writing and producing. Stephen pursued writing and producing instead of performing as his parents did. In his 1995 book, Bogart, In Search of My Father, he discussed his upbringing with a Hollywood star and the challenges of being under such a prominent figure's shadow. His book gave readers a unique, intimate look into the man behind Humphrey Bogart's public persona. Managing the Humphrey Bogart estate. Overseeing the Humphrey Bogart estate and ensuring his father's contributions to film are honored and preserved are two further ways that Stephen has tried to safeguard his father's legacy. In addition to paving his route in the entertainment business, his endeavors demonstrate a profound regard for his father's legacy. Stephen strikes a balance between following his job and respecting his background. Leslie Howard Bogart. Born on August 23, 1962, Leslie Howard Bogart is the second child of actress Lauren Bacall and renowned actor Humphrey Bogart. Although Leslie was never able to meet his father in person, he was raised surrounded by the memory of his legendary cinematic career since he was born 5 years after his father's passing. Leslie was mainly nurtured by his mother, Bacall, who helped him navigate life, which was often in the spotlight because of his well-known ancestry. Away from the entertainment industry. Leslie opted for a more subdued route, avoiding the entertainment sector. Leslie has mostly avoided the spotlight, preferring to lead a quieter life, but sometimes participating in public events about his parents' legacies. He has maintained a vital component of the family's ongoing ties to Hollywood's past. Leslie's life demonstrates the lasting impact of his parents and their mutual dedication to their profession while not being centered on a public career. Even in the background, Leslie Howard Bogart still bears the burden of his parents' enduring contributions to the film industry. Love his parents shared. Stephen Bogart has often expressed his love and appreciation for his parents, Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall, in a kind and admiring manner. He has emphasized how their love went beyond the glitter and glamour of Hollywood by characterizing their relationship as one of sincere passion, respect, and teamwork. Stephen recalls his parents' relationship as very intimate and honest, stating that they always found strength in one another despite the difficulties of celebrity and the demands of their public life. Stephen has discussed in interviews how their relationship was based on mutual respect for one another's abilities and traits, in addition to being passionate. He remembers that, besides being his father's wife, Bacall was his confidant and business and personal partner. Although they often spoke behind closed doors, Stephen felt that their connection was one of understated elegance. Profound and enduring love. In his thoughts on his parents' relationship, Stephen Bogart expresses excellent pride and respect for how they managed their relationship in the face of the demands of celebrity life. He admits that despite its many flaws, their marriage was one of Hollywood's most significant and enduring partnerships. Stephen acknowledges the extraordinary power of his parents' bond despite the enormous demands of their celebrity, the age gap, and the constant public scrutiny. For him, their bond went beyond their difficulties and was based on genuine love and respect rather than merely the public glitz or on-screen chemistry. He often talks positively about their close bond, emphasizing how they stayed devoted to one another even during difficult times. Stephen's viewpoint depicts a genuine and everlasting love that endured the turbulence of celebrity life and turned into a pillar of the enduring union in a field characterized by short-lived partnerships. His adoration for their romance is evident, as he recognizes that their relationship was not unique in Hollywood, but also profoundly significant in their private lives. One of Hollywood's enduring couples. Unquestionably, one of Hollywood's most iconic and enduring couples, Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall's relationship will always be part of film history. Their on-screen partnership captivated viewers and became the pinnacle of chemistry and love on and off-screen. It was immediately apparent that Bogart's tough guy reputation and Bacall's seductive appeal were a marriage made in heaven, both in the movie industry and in real life, when they first met on the set of To Have and Have Not in 1944. From that first spark, their connection grew into a marriage that lasted through personal and professional triumphs and disappointments. Deep affection, respect for one another, and a passion for performing served as the basis for their relationship despite their 25-year age gap and the difficulties that come with being two of the most well-known individuals in the world. They collaborated to create several classic movies, creating a legacy that has enthralled audiences for decades. Bogart and Bacall's romance went beyond their on-screen personas. signifying a unique and enduring connection in Hollywood. The relationship will always be regarded as one of Hollywood's finest, both on and off screen, and their collaboration continues to set the standard for cinematic chemistry. Mutual respect and admiration. Despite their significant age difference and the difficulties that came with their enormous renown, Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall's relationship was based on mutual respect, admiration, and a love of performing. Based on a profound understanding and care for one another, their friendship remained strong despite the responsibilities and pressures of being two of Hollywood's greatest stars. This relationship was evident in their work collaborations and personal lives. On and off screen, Bogart and Bacall became inseparable, appearing in several great movies still considered classics. In addition to their professional skill, films such as Key Largo, 1948, and The Big Sleep, 1946, demonstrated their indisputable on-screen chemistry, reflecting their genuine love. Their performances in these movies were captivating, brimming with the same passion, humor, and love that characterized their bond. Their legendary collaboration, which embodies the notion that great love tales are felt in the hearts of those who experience them and are written on the screen, never fails to excite audiences. Legacy transcending films. Even though Humphrey Bogart passed away too soon, their marriage had a profound impact beyond the world of film. Generations have been inspired by Bogart and Lauren Bacall's love, which has become a classic example of Hollywood romance. Their tale of love, characterized by intense passion and sincere devotion, went against the convention of short-lived celebrity partnerships. Their relationship served as a monument to the strength of affection, respect, and camaraderie, and showed that real love could withstand a celebrity's extreme demands and pressures. Their real-life bond and on-screen chemistry became Hollywood legend, providing a unique look at a romance that was just as intriguing off-screen as it was on. Their legacy lives on in popular culture, and they collaborated to create movies that are still praised today. The partnership between Bogart and Bacall demonstrated that certain traditions, like love and artistic ability, never go out of style, inspiring the next generations of fans and filmmakers. Their tale illustrates how, despite the Hollywood dream's seeming transience, some relationships, like theirs, last a lifetime and leave a lasting impression on viewers everywhere.
If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon